Welcome to Honest Beers. My name is Leggy, and as always, I'm joined by Walley. How are you, mates?
I'm good, mate. Going well. Looking forward to footy finals. Season's just getting started, Trent. That's what we say at this time of year, so it's the real business end. How about yourself, Simon?
What do you mean? The Premier League started over the weekend. We're recording on a Tuesday morning. Just want to clear it up. They were a bit later this week, but, you know, Chelsea had a win this morning, so I'm top of the world.
So you're just in complete denial about St Kilda?
Denial ain't just a river, as they say. Yeah, look, I am excited. I get excited for September. You know, the weather gets better. Yep. We've got an NFL game in Melbourne. And yes, footy finals are on, but there is always a part of me that has insane amounts of jealousy because I don't have a moment to look back on. Like with your Hawks, right? When you guys were you know, shit after the three-peat and you had those just a couple of years down the bottom, you could at least go back to the three-peat or 08 or, you know, the 91 maybe, some of the 80s flags. I have nothing to go back to. Trent, you have at least 95, even though you probably...
wasn't born.
Yeah, you weren't even a twinkle in your mother's eye or whatever they say. But you can still go back to that. And it was recent. Like 66 means nothing. But anyway, let's move on. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good, mate. Went to footy. Went Friday night to the footy.
This was huge.
Courtesy of Jamo. Our man Goz and I went to the Jamo bar at the MCG, which I felt like was suitable place for me to be in the G. So,
where is this place?
It's like in the Ponsford stand, just near where it cuts around to the Shane Warne stand.
Yes,
that side there. So, like in the pocket, I think it's where they do the big freeze on around that sort of area. I think. Don't quote me on that, but. Yeah, it's good, mate. They got a bar, they had some lounges set up, some tables.
Did they run out of Jamo when you walked in?
Oh, they were a bit worried when I walked in. But no, we gave it a nudge. Don't worry about that. Responsibly, of course. But no, they were fantastic.
How do you... Is it just Jamo that they serve? Obviously, there's no...
Yeah. What else would you need?
I'm a beer guy at the footy. Yeah, I don't know.
No, well, they have the Jamo, the RTDs, ready to drinks. Yep, RTDs. That's the word for them. That's not my go. I just was having the Jamo in a cup.
How many do you reckon you worked through?
No, I'm not there to count. Like it was fine, mate. That
means a lot, Trent.
Yeah. So they were really good. Our man there was looking after us, and it was honestly it was a great night and a lot of fun. Yeah, it was good.
Is that the most at home you've ever felt at the G without a Hawks game being on?
Oh, that's a great call. Yeah. Actually, it would be. It would be. I feel really happy when I'm just sitting there in a neutral game in that winter's sun. Yeah. Like I went to West Coast Richmond this year and just enjoyed it. A couple of beers in the sun. It was beautiful. You know, I love occasionally going over the MCC with you. It's nice. Occasionally, Trent Leggy will let me go to the MCC and I can see what it's all about. I'm just like everyone else, mate. I just go, get my ticket, go to the AFL members. Leggy goes there. There's all this glass and bars, and it's nice to be able to go once or twice every so often. But that's good. But this was a bit different. It's just nice to do something at the footy, a little bit different, a little bit of hospo. So that was good. But yeah, no, mate, cracker and good weekend overall. So
and the Hawks. Was there a moment in that?
Yeah, quarter time. Yeah, it was like, and then the rain came.
The weather was...
It's fine. Look, at the end of the day, I think that if you're not good enough to go and beat Freo in Freo, you're not going to be good enough to beat Brisbane anywhere, is my thinking. So if we can't beat Freo in Freo, then we wouldn't be able to beat... If let's say we got the easier path, we still would cop Brisbane on grand final day or in a prelim, and I don't care where you play them. I think you... That's going to be harder. I reckon... Would you agree with this? Brisbane at the G, I think will be on... grand final or prelim, given how experienced they are and how good they're looking, would be harder than going to Freo.
Oh, I agree with that.
And playing them based on their lack of experience.
100% agree.
I'm looking at it like that. The other thing is that it's probably not our year, mate, to be honest. We're still a year off. Hopefully we can do it. We'll add some pieces in the off season and that, but I'm just looking forward to finals. And look, we've all had different views on the wild card. But the bottom line is this weekend we get 2 games of footy at the MCG instead of a bye. And that's all that matters.
I agree with you.
So I'm happy with that.
No, I agree. And Trent, part of that is your team. the mighty Blues Saturday night, and wouldn't have thought a couple of weeks ago you'd be playing the D's.
Yeah, I know. I was not expecting that. I was
Kinda out of
fully
nowhere.
prepared to head to Adelaide.
You were going to go to Adelaide.
I think so, yeah.
Trent would have gone to Adelaide.
We'll never know though.
Well, yeah, we won't, but because he hasn't gone to any other games. Have you?
You
been
will
to-
be at the G, won't you?
I'll be at the G, yeah.
Okay, great. Now, is Melbourne playing at the G is better than going to Adelaide. Would you have rather Melbourne or Collingwood? Because the record against Collingwood at the moment isn't great.
Yeah, no, I'd much rather D's. I think we got the good end of the deal there.
Yeah, very good. I like
Trent's
that.
up in yeah, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, look, your record at the their record at the G has been great, but they have lost to the Dogs. You guys haven't played much of the G or at least won much of the G under Josh Fraser. A lot of your best form's been at Marvel.
Yeah.
As it would be, the home deck. Okay, so I had a look at this, not getting ahead of myself, but you'd probably be happy with the way it's fallen. So you win, you play Geelong, your record against Geelong's very good, and then you either get a Freo coming off a loss and the pressure of straight sets, or a Hawthorn that's got to travel back from Perth. So it's not a bad little setup.
I'm just taking it 1 week at a time.
And then, unfortunately, then you probably cop a Brisbane in Brisbane, which historically, apart from that one opening round game, hasn't been as good. But, well, mate, you just got to be happy to be there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
My only thought on the game is, in the first week of finals where a team in the top four loses the qualifying final,
Yep.
and a team wins their elimination final, and for 6 days we all talk ourselves into that team losing straight sets and the team that won the elimination final beating them. I feel like this could be like that with the D's. Like, they're better than 7th. I think they've been better than 7th all year. They've just fallen into this 7th spot. We're all going to talk ourselves into Carlton all week. The D's play the G unbelievably well. I'm just intrigued to see what happens.
Yeah, you're probably right. But it's just going to be a good weekend of footy.
It will be. It will be.
So
and
that's
looking
good.
forward to hearing on Monday when we record next week that Trent went.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
I want photographic evidence. And that's people taking photos of you there, not you taking photos that you could have got from someone else, Trent. But moving on, because the first thing I want to talk about, you sent, and we said we'd leave it for the pod. We could have posted about it, but we left it on Saturday. You messaged us in the group, and you had something that caught your eye that you're not happy about.
Yeah, so Saturday morning, I went past a cafe. It doesn't matter what the cafe was where I went.
No, name and shame.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'd be naming shame.
No, I'm not doing that.
Give us a suburb.
It was inside Chadstone Shopping Centre.
Okay, that's very specific.
Well, yeah, but there's also
No.
1,000 stores or something in there. Anyway, the sign on the window of the cafe said, like they do the specials or whatever.
Oh yeah, like an offer.
Toastie, a toasted sandwich, and a coffee for $20. Now, this is not a crack at the cafe. This is more probably a crack at the government, let's be honest. How we in a world where $20 for a coffee and a toastie is a good deal? This is 2 pieces of bread, some cheese, some ham, probably a spread of butter, and then a coffee.
So it wasn't ham, cheese, and tomato? It was just
even tomato. Tomato's not going at that expensive, mate, just quietly. But I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, so
20 now, and that's why I text you guys. I just want to talk about the show, and I want to understand this. Am I now out of touch that $20 in the wrong way? Am I have I not caught up? I just can't be. $20 seems ludicrous to be. I'm not saying it's ludicrous to charge it.
Yes.
I'm saying it's ludicrous to advertise it.
that's what I was just about to say. I was about to say that is something that I wouldn't be shocked if I saw, based on like coffees at the moment are like $6 and $7 at some places, and then a toastie is always over 10, so it's sometimes 12, 13, sometimes even 15.
I reckon you've got to be at the top end to get it there.
That is an offer. If I think you would only advertise that proudly if you got 15 for both.
Yeah, 15 is the absolute maximum.
And even that, still, if I walk past, I'm not enticed.
Nah, 10.
But
It's got to be 10.
Yeah.
So, like, give us something that's special. I'm sure it was a great toastie and a great coffee, but like,
It is
$20. It's ludicrous.
It is a bit of an outrage at the moment. I don't reckon I could get a coffee for under $6 at the moment. Because I get an extra shot, as you do as well, quite often.
Yes, I do.
And I don't think I've actually physically paid for a coffee that has been under $6
Yeah, they're not cheap,
in
are they?
this calendar year.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
That's unbelievable.
But yeah, $20. Okay, so that's good. So I just want to sense check that.
Can I ask-
was right to be outraged.
If you can remember,
How was the toasty?
No, no. Were there many people in the store, in the cafe? Like, was it?
Yeah, a few. Oh, they have no problem with foot traffic at this particular
No, I
place.
know, but do you reckon they got in?
Some people enjoy paying that higher amount, but the people that enjoy paying that amount usually don't enjoy it being a special. So some people are happy just to walk in and pay whatever you want to charge them because the store looks nice or the cafe looks nice and things are in a little jar. You know, you put a artisan label on something and you can charge an extra $10 for jam and things like that. That's the areas we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So this was not a discount corner cafe. It wasn't a chain or anything like that we're talking about. But it's just like, come on, guys, $20. Just, you know what?
If you open a cafe, what do you reckon you'd offer? Serve for food? What type of breakfast? Because you're not a big breakfast guy, are you?
No, I'm not. I'll tell you what.
I'm
I
very
would
intrigued to know what you
variety of toasties, and there's probably off the top of my head without thinking, ham cheese or ham cheese tomato standard. That's fine. You've got to have a chicken version for people. I would then have a meat version because you're talking about this is just your cafe is a 6 or 7 till 3 operation, so it's breakfast into lunch. I have a meat operation. I'm not massive on the big pulled porks and beef and so thick, but like maybe a rare roast beef with some horseradish and that sort of thing you can toast up. And then the other one here, one of my favorites, there's a cafe called Dreamer Cafe in Mornington, near Mornington, Mount Martha, that do a tuna melt with like jalapenos, which I think might be the best toasty that I've had. So I'd have like a tuna melt.
Yep.
That'd be the toasties.
Yep.
Then I would have a breakfast burrito of some description, but not a shitty one. Like it'd be really good, really clean, really nice. You could have that toasted up.
You don't want to eat it and feel foul.
Yeah,
afterwards.
you'd have the pots for the people that think they're healthy with all the muesli and stuff, and you could have all that. And then just have a selection of the one bite things. Some are healthy, some are not. So you can come in, you can grab a bite, some protein balls, some non-healthy stuff, all that. I reckon I'd have something for everybody.
Yeah, wow.
I reckon I would.
How good.
Maybe even do a couple of breakfast quesadillas. So you just have something a little bit lighter in the thing, cut that in a couple of pieces. You can eat that with your morning coffee.
I think we need to open this up.
Well, this would be good. Breakfast pizza. Basically, what we could do is take all the things that we like and do them
And
as
just make
breakfast
them
food.
breakfast things.
There you go.
Moving on, I'm going to bring back an old segment here.
Okay, great.
Just because I was looking yesterday and I just saw some random shit. This old segment we did maybe a year ago, I reckon. It was, is this a news.com.au headline or not?
Okay, great.
So we're going to bring this back. I want your obviously your honesty on these. There's some absolutely astounding ones. So first one here. Am I reading it? Am I not? 22-year-old finds out grandpa is a serial killer.
Yes. That
Correct.
is. I saw it. It was Charles Manson's grandpa.
Damn it.
Sorry, I saw it. Yeah, I had to be honest because it was honest beers. I could have pretended, oh no, I've worked it out. But yeah, that was a wild headline because it's like this is what we're going with. I think that I didn't bother reading the article because it would come out with the fact that yes, he's got a grandchild. It's like, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't read the crux of the story. So
I'm assuming it's not that revealing, and it's just like, she remembers the time then when she understood what it meant to her. I don't think it's
fucking makes you click though, Trent. I tell you what, makes you click.
Yeah. There you go. What else you got for me?
Sex workers flood church.
No, there's no fucking way.
That's true. Sex workers flood Brisbane
How
church.
do they flood the church out of interest?
Yeah, I need to click on the article, but the photo has got like what looks to be an OnlyFans model next to like an archbishop of some description in a split screen image.
I'm clicking on that.
Yeah.
I think we're all clicking on that. All right.
Last one. Icon unrecognizable after transformation.
Okay. So I'm going to say, if you didn't read it, I've read this before. And I'm going to tell you something. I guarantee you they were 100% recognizable and or they're not an icon. So they one of them are false, usually both. But I'll say they're probably not an icon, but they're definitely still recognizable.
So you're not far off. Firstly, it is legitimate. Secondly, it was Erling Haaland had his hair shaved.
I've seen him with his hair shaved. He looks exactly like Erling Haaland because the hair's always tied back. He looks the fucking same.
Exactly right.
So the thing is that Oh, icon. I guess he's a bit of a global icon.
He's a massive icon.
Okay, so I'm happy with icon, but as I said, every time one of those, this is like predicting reality TV show outcomes.
Yeah, you would.
Imagine fucking these. Just what an unsatisfying fucking job that about.
I've fired him up. That's all I had.
That's that's ridiculous.
That's what I wanted. Trent.
Unrecognisable.
We're back at the Wally's whinge.
Yeah, we are back.
Yeah. So unrecognisable. All right, well done.
I thought that would be the one that you wouldn't get because you would think that because that's as you said, that headline's been around.
As
before.
I said, I didn't know if it was true, but I know that there has been true at some point. Yeah, icon, yes. Unrecognisable, absolutely not.
Yep. It's garbage. Let's be real.
I could pick him out of a Where's Wally book in a minute. Like, I'm sorry, that is just the most recognisable. Like after a haircut ever, because his hair's always tied back. It might be long, but it's tied back.
I'm glad that
it looks the same after it's been shaved.
I get a lot of feedback, Trent, that I'm the grumpy one in this show, but I'm glad that Wally's taken over the mantle for this week, which is good. Which is great.
All right, I'm happy to be.
Moving on, because it's honest list time. We've got. We're actually gonna. There's going to be another
one this week.
There's going to be another Brainy Brothers tie-in later on, which you don't know about yet. Which we're going to do when we want.
I don't like when I don't know about things.
Yeah, so we're not gonna. You're not gonna know,
but I'm assuming they're not going to stitch me up.
There's going to be a Brainy Brothers tie-in later on when we talk about your steak challenge. That's it, and you'll think, oh great, steaks and beers. That's fantastic. It's not what you think it is.
Okay.
But what's your honest list this week? Brought to you by Brainy Brothers.
So my honest list this week is my top 5 things, and this was really hard to get down to 5 that I would love to be good at. So I started at the top and I'm like, do I go bigger? Like, it's easy to go, oh, I'd love to play an instrument or like,
Which instrument?
Just kind of any of them. I reckon the piano will be cool.
Wow,
like you could sit down at a piano and no one knows what's coming.
I thought you'd say...
not a guitar. Nah, it's not me. Maybe drums. That's what I want to play. So you could go that angle or you could go, oh, I want to speak a foreign language. These are the obvious bigger ones that everyone says, but I thought I'm going to go down and go, all right, let's find 5 that are a little bit more targeted.
Yep.
And 5 things that I'd really love to be able to be good at. At number 5, because I'm not overly passionate, but I have a reason this. I'd love to be like really good at golf, not for the actual playing golf part, because I've got the clubs and the outfit and that. So I go and I look fine, and then it's not great.
I heard you in a golf outfit quite fetching.
No, well, that's the male. Anyway, thing is,
I've heard this before.
So, but I just love when someone goes, what do you play off? Rather than me going, I don't have a handicap, I'd love to say, oh, I play a 4 or something.
Yeah,
I'm
anything single digits would be nice.
I'd love to have a single digit handicap. So it's just so I don't have to say, I just play. Because my response is, if I get it under 100, that's a good day. Like, that's my whole thing. So I can swing a club and I can play, but I'm trying to shoot under 100. I'm not trying to get...
Yeah, you just want to look... I've always said this with, like, if you get invited to a corporate golf day or you have mates who go, we're going on a golf weekend or whatever, I generally don't play because I just don't play golf enough. But what I'd like is, it's not even necessarily the handicap. It's more, I want to just look like I'm effortlessly good. Like, I just want to go there and go, oh, fuck, he's actually hit it pretty well off the tee.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's pretty good with the irons. Yeah, he's not bad around the green.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can also say, oh, mate, look, I'm a bit of a hacker. I play off 6. Not like the guys doing it on the circuit. Never could do that. And you can downplay it. So being good at golf with a single digit handicap is number 5.
Just on that train, can you play golf?
Yeah, I'm a pretty keen golfer.
Yeah. You thought you said I'm pretty good then.
No,
pretty keen?
No.
What do you play off?
No, you see, I'm with you.
Yeah, see, there you go. But you like it, right? It's fun.
I probably do have a handicap, but it's like one of those unofficial ones.
Okay, nice. It'd be better than me. So the thing is, if I'm saying I'm happy to keep it under 100, that's like 28. That's where handicaps used to start.
Yeah.
Now I think they go to whatever to get more people interested. Anyway, that's it. Next one, number 4. I'd love to be able to know what's going on with the car and fix minor things. I'd love to be able to put my head under a bonnet of a car and know what's happening there. You can't, can you?
I can't.
No. But how good would that be just to know?
Call the RSEV.
I'm not talking about being... Well, I can change a tyre, so I guess that's
pretty good.
That's the step. That's the first thing. Okay, can you change a tyre?
Yep.
Or can you change your oil? Can you just do the basic? I think that being able to go, if you open the base thing is, can you put petrol, oil and water in the car? Okay, great. That's a start. You can do that. You know the difference between the windscreen water and and the radiator, the coolant. Okay, that's a starting point. I think changing a tyre is the second. Everything else is above that. I would love to be able to.
I would love
put my head under a bonnet and go, oh, it's probably the radiator, or no, I think it's a fan belt or something.
I would love you to take your car to be serviced and be like, look, guys, I know you're going to fix it, but I've already diagnosed that these are the 3 key problems. So I've saved you a couple of hours, and I need the car back by 2. That would be fucking great.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The next one is something I'm really bad at, and I just want to be good at for the betterment of just day to day. I'd love to be able to remember people's names when they tell me. It's so fucking hard.
It is hard.
How hard is it? And like I just say this is an open apology to everyone. I'm just bad. I've got a really niche memory, so I'll remember a lot of like what I had for this meal at a restaurant 20 years ago, or what it like things like Melbourne Cup stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know, Sub-Zero in 1992, but Viander Cross.
Yeah,
It was the favourite and Castletown ran third. Like, niche shit like that. And Viander Cross was taken wide.
Yeah, if you could lose 10% of that, but that helped you with names.
So, yeah, the whole thing is, do you know what I mean?
I'm with you. I'm the same.
Yeah,
I remember the most niche shit, and I just won't remember what I had for dinner, and I won't be able to remember the person that I just shook hands with.
And that's right. So, at number 3, I would love to be able to remember.
You know that you can do that, though. My advice would be here, and I've tried to started to do this because I was bad at this as well. Just take a step back
and say their name over and over
and say it in your head. Yeah. Be present and just go.
Yeah, that present. I hear that a lot. The thing is with the being present thing, and that's fine. The real struggle is where you're meeting multiple people, or I'm socially excited. So let's say anybody that introduced themselves to me in the first 20 minutes of being in that Jamo bar, I'm no fucking chance.
Yeah, but that's different though. But
I'm just bouncing around. Like I'm just in full fucking ADHD has taken over mode. I'm like, everything, senses are just amped. And I'm just not going to remember that. Other ones, yeah.
Do you know what I think you would benefit from?
What?
Meditation. Now, I don't meditate, but I just think, no, but we are also both wired differently.
Yeah.
I feel like you would benefit from.
Is it still you sit there and hum and your legs crossed, or have they changed how you do it?
No, you can lie down. You can do all kinds of stuff.
But isn't that just resting?
No, but it's all about getting present and slowing down and like stopping your mind from racing.
Can we find out? Like, is there? How do I?
There are apps that you can do it.
Okay.
You can,
right.
and you get, and you because like no one's going to expect you to meditate for 20 minutes, but you gradually build up to it. So the first one might be 30 seconds. That's day one. Then you do a minute. You know, whatever. I think you'd benefit from it.
Yep. All
Imagine
right.
Wally slowing down, Trent, and just like calming.
Okay. We can do that. All right, number 2. I'm happy to try it. I will try meditation. I just need to know how to the app or whatever it is.
I can't remember the name of the app.
This got to be
Headspace, I think maybe. Yeah, might be that. I reckon I tried it in COVID and then I gave up after 2 days. But you might be better at it than me.
I might be able to do it. All right, number 2. Yeah, I think that we could all use a little bit of this. I'd love to be able to dance just a bit. It doesn't need to be much. I just want to be able to people go, oh, yeah, you can dance a bit. Like maybe when I just dance like at a function or something, it's like I don't look like a complete idiot. And then I have maybe one dance in my repertoire, like whether it's a waltz or a tango, I don't know, whatever. I don't know the dances. Or so, no, but to dance with your partner. But being able to do, being able to do the robot really well for like 15 seconds would be awesome. Crouch. Doing the Running Man or something. Yep. Probably not the Worm. I think it's quite dramatic.
Worm would be hilarious.
But like being able to do some dance. Like it does. I don't need to be amazing.
Did you before your first? Because I can't remember. Before your first dance, did you and Kylie practice?
No.
So that
we didn't really. You don't really dance. You're just there and.
So you didn't have like a choreograph.
No.
I was pretty pissed. I can't remember. But
everyone
was. It was also a long time ago.
Everyone was.
Yeah.
It's 10 years in next year. It's crazy shit. That's happening. She's still hasn't left, mate. It's amazing. Like
Trent's lost it.
I'm like, fucking, yeah.
Really reflective episode, this.
Yeah, and then
I guess this segment brings that.
Yeah. Number 1, and I don't care what it is because I don't have one. I wish I had a genuine party trick.
Yeah.
You know, everyone goes, what's your party trick? I go, I don't know. I can name every Melbourne Cup winner since 1988. It's not a party trick though, Trent. People don't want to hear that stuff. Yeah, so like all of those things, I can talk to you like about grand final results. Like, it's all sports niche information. I can talk to you about food. I can tell you about like, you know, why you should be taking an interest in Vietnamese food. I can do it. It's not a party trick. I'll love a party trick. You know how people go, I'll get me that. I'll go and juggle those 3 pot glasses or something crazy. I'd love to have a party trick.
Do you reckon you use it that much though?
No, but it's just nice to have in the back pocket that you can pull it out at any time.
Yep.
And you don't even need to be asked. It could just be like a little thing and everyone has a laugh. Not an annoying one either.
Yeah.
Like a good party trick. I think that's why it's number 1, because it's a little thing that could fit into any situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you know what? If I'm at a dinner party, the dancing thing or the car thing is not coming to it's not going to happen. I say, oh, guys, I'll tell you your car. I just poked the head under the bonnet and I worked out what it was. People don't care about that.
I love that you said that you wish you could remember people's names and that was like number 3. Like
Yeah.
Should that be number 1?
No, I think that's number 3 because like it's not as fun as like a party trick or being able to dance. But I did have it higher than others.
Yes.
So like I think that, number 3 is an appropriate place.
I agree with all of them, except I don't know about the party trick.
Oh, mate, it would be I reckon if you had it, it'd be great just to have. And I'm talking
Like
about
Chalk putting the glass on his head.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But I'll be like, maybe it would be, I don't know. Maybe you could say you could order a drink in 20 languages or 30.
Actually, that language is a good one.
Yeah, I know.
Knowing
but
a couple of languages.
Yeah, I know, but that is a good one. But it's sort of an obvious. The language and the instrument, I feel like, are the 2 most obvious ones.
Yep.
Oh, I'd love to know all the languages. Yeah, I was like, also they're big. The ones I've said, arguably, I could possibly learn.
Yeah, absolutely, you could. I think.
So
I think you should.
Being a decent golfer at 5, being able to know what's going on under the bonnet of a car and being able to fix minor problems is 4.
Remembering
people's names is 3, which is you reckon?
I think it's because I'm not good at it as well. So like, I'm not,
Yeah, that's 3. Being able to dance at least a little bit is 2, and having a party trick. I don't care what it is. Having a party trick that is impressive, not a shit one. Not just cutting out a coaster and putting it on your nose and going, who threw the coaster? Like, that's fun. But that's not a part. Everyone's done that. We've seen it a million times now. So, anyway, there you go. That's my top 5 this week, brought to you by Brainy Brothers. So, these obviously help with the confidence of the dancing piece.
Yes.
So, that when I have Brainy beers, the dancing one goes a lot lower on the list because I'm like, I can fucking dance.
Yeah,
man.
you could dance.
Cannot.
Trent, can you dance?
No, shocking. 2 left feet.
Yeah.
The only thing worse than not being able to dance, Trent, is seeing a video of yourself the next day hungover of you trying to dance the night before.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my top 5 this week.
More Brainy Brothers stuff coming later on.
Awesome.
Which they don't know about and you don't know about. So this is going to be a shock. But we just posted a little story yesterday just to say, hey, look, we're recording on a Tuesday, a little bit extra time this week to gather your thoughts. So we asked for a bit of a Q&A, which always delivers.
Yes, of course it does.
First one from Corey
from
last night said, thoughts on the Kane Corns agenda setters having a go at the Tigers for their Mad Monday. And and the follow-up from Corey is, and do you reckon the follow-up, is because the Port Boys never invited him to a Mad Monday?
I think he probably got invited to the first few and then stopped.
Yeah.
It was funny on Fireball, not on SEN, on Fireball. They were talking the other day about they went to a lunch and Kane ordered a side of fries and Kingy was cracking it because Kane had 3 and he goes, I won't have any more. I've had 3 now. And Kingy's like, I've had 3 before the bowl hits the table. What are we doing here? But that, I think, no, he's very, very healthy man. I'm a bit torn on this because I'm like, yeah, you want them all to have fun.
Yes.
There is a thing though, like their fans will be going through it at the moment. The things they're not doing, there's no tackle, there's no pressure, they're not a pressure team.
To be fair though,
wasn't the bigger issue that they were impersonating the
I think
Swans?
we assume that they were.
I don't have any issue with them doing it. You just don't give media. I would say is a chance to draw attention to yourselves. I don't have an issue with them getting on the gas.
To be fair though, in defence of the Richmond boys.
So what was the issue? Just that they were on the piss?
I think there's a little bit of
in full view.
Yeah, but like in defence of them, they're in Garfield, apparently, which is the fucking middle of nowhere. And someone has filmed, like it's not, I feel like there's, you could do that. You could do that 100 times, and 99 times you get away with it.
Question: you don't need to get away with it because they've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, but I'm saying but 99 times no one ever knows.
No, do you know what?
Every club's doing it.
Knowing that bit of information, they have had a long year. This is their end of year. I'll ask you a question, Kano and everyone. No matter how good your year of work is, do you still have a crack at the Christmas party? You usually do. Exactly. And you still get holiday. You still get your weeks off. And you still go out.
Most people have a crack every weekend.
So my point is that I think that's that. I didn't realise I thought it was a little bit more public than that. Because it didn't bother me, obviously. If that is in Garfield and someone's filmed them through a fence without knowing, then no.
7 users obtained it.
Do you know what? Maybe in that scenario, 7 News could have just left it alone because there's no benefit of it.
Apparently, there were 2 reporters parked up there all day waiting for this.
Oh, well, that's bullshit then. Then I reckon
How the fuck do they
that whole thing feels fed through to agenda setters. So I don't like that at all.
Also, can I just say this is why Kane Cornes would have been a horrific coach. Is that if he thinks that because you had a bad year you can't unwind, then those players, if they're going to be that regimented and that, they're just going to hate footy and they're going to rock up. Like if you look at the Richmond team that eventually turned it all around and won the flags, they won it because they actually freed themselves up and maybe they did get a little bit loose, but they, when it obviously came to football, they cared. But like if you can't have a drink at the end of a season, like they've got nothing else on. Let them
That's
go.
what Melbourne did with their turnaround, didn't they? They went to Sorrento pub. Maxie goes, we're coming in the front. We're all going to have a session there. And they won the flag. What were you going to say, Trent?
Oh, well, Carlton did the same in 2023. They went to Ed Kerno's joint, got on the piss midweek and turned their season around.
Yeah. Mate, I'm telling you, there is something, and I know Kano's from a different world. There is something that bonds you together about getting on the gas. So I'd never say no to that. I didn't realise all that. No, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
then.
it is.
No, go Tiggs, go again. Mad Tuesday. Double up.
This is probably. I mean, I'll get your view first, Wally, but then we'll get Trent's view because it's about him more so, but not you specifically. But Ben Bergs, I believe Big Portman, has said Carlton's new coach has over-succeeded this year. The 2027 expectation from the Blues fans will be 20 wins and a flag or it's a failure. Watching Carlton members is like going to the zoo at feeding time. It starts off normal, then they turn feral, all caps, on their fellow members when the food gets low. A great watch. It's a bit in that.
So he's just obviously gone a Carlton fan. Interesting from Port fan.
Yes, I think he's a Port fan. Could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Okay. Anyway, regardless. Okay, so it's an interesting one. I reckon Carlton fans have actually been a bit patient the last few years because there has been a lot of ups and downs. I think, who do you reckon turns on their fans the most? Tigers fans can do it. Turns on their players a bit. Tigers fans have the ability to. Yeah. You guys, Saints fans they're just forgiving. You're complicit with what's going on.
I wish they turn more.
Yeah, you don't though. You just okay, it's all good.
Yeah,
right, Ross the boss. Anyway, it is interesting with Carlton, but here's the follow-up question. What is the expectation? Let's say they win a wild card or they lose straight away. What is the expectation next year? Is it top 10, top 6, top 4? What is it?
Yeah, I think, it's probably, top 6, I'd say.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, there's probably no reason to think anything lower than that. I don't know.
I agree. I don't think it can be wild card again. I think you have to go the next layer. Top 4 might be a bit of a stretch. But the issue is that Trent's, I think, quite measured. That might not be if we had another Carlton fan sitting in that seat. We could have 10 other Carlton fans sitting in that seat. Do you reckon all of them would be?
No, guys would be saying flag. So the other thing I look at this is, and I go, I would take that level of passion over these fans of certain teams that do not care and fair.
Yeah, but they are. Yeah, there is passion, but then there's like, this is more. It's more the change. So I went to the St Kilda Carlton game when St Kilda won early in the year, and like Harry Mackay getting Bronx cheers every time he marked it, and all of the abuse that they all copped. And then I went to the St Kilda Carlton game 12 weeks later, and it's like every
they all
player
wanted
is
the coach out though.
Yeah.
And I
but
think
they're turning on the players with the Bronx cheers.
No, yeah, because you can't just boo the coach.
I think.
I mean, you can't. He's in the box though. Like, anyway, that's an interesting watch.
There's a lot of AFL stuff in here. Kingy, who's a big North fan. North tax is real. Sheasel fucking robbed. He's literally the Nick Dacos of North.
Okay.
He's not literally. That's a bad use of literally.
There's no Nick Dacos. I don't care who it is. There's no one. But all right, let's look at this. Okay, so
can I just say I think how his teammate LDU got in is more staggering.
Yeah, so I look at this and I go, with Hawthorn, I was gobsmacked that there was a couple that weren't. There was a couple for me that I was just like, how Blake Hardwick doesn't get in the 46. Like, you're just not including lockdown defenders.
Take his teammate out. Sicily had a bad year.
Battle as well.
Sicily had a bad year.
But the thing is, I look at this and go, every year, I'm not losing sleep over the 46 if the player won't make the 23. It's a shame he doesn't make it, but Sheasel's he's not going to be in the All-Australian team. Yes, he should be in the 46, but he's not going to be I've stopped caring. Do you know what it is? We've never been a big team through our successes where we've had a lot of players in it. We just haven't. And so
I love how you started talking about the Hawks here.
Yeah, it's all you can talk to, your disappointment around it. But I look at that and go, like, if you're doing it like we're going to have an even spread and we're going to have defenders and that, like, I look and go, I'm going to have different types of defenders. I go, well, we're taking the piss here. Look, I'll save my outrage. He's right, but I'll save my outrage until the 23 happen and they dare leave Jarman Impey out of it. Because if they fucking leave Jarman Impey out of this team, especially when there's no Blakey who's running, and Impey's been better than Blakey, who has what is 25% of his disposal is from kick-ins, and then a lot would be handball receives. Impey is the run-off halfback. He should be in that team as the halfback ball usage player. I'll die on that hill. Apart from Watson, he should be the other one in the team. I have him in the team for his role over Newcomb, who's been incredible, and over Gunston. Jarman Impey better be all Australian. This all came from. And if you don't think so, you just haven't watched enough footy.
This all came from a Sheasel question, I believe. I just want to say the only thing I want to say about all Australian is it's very hard to say this person should have been or that person should have been, because you could make the case, because there's so many good players. Right?
I watch so much football, as you know.
You could make the case for 20 players, right? And I'm not going to sit here and make the case for Max Hall, but it's pretty
I'm more forgiving when they leave midfielders out because there's so many. There are so many good ones.
Especially when two were left out because of off-field indiscretion. Yeah, but anyway, all I want to say is my only issue with it is that there are three players in that 46 that shouldn't be there. James Sicily had a bad year. Josh Dacos does not impact games whatsoever. And I do not know how LDU, who was tagged out of about 7 games this year, is in the squad of 46. That makes those three, that's where I look at the selectors and I go, they don't watch football. Did
Walsh have a better year than Cripps?
Exactly. Like, how Cripps is the only blue and it's not Walsh? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Walsh is pretty good.
There are some, and I know like everyone's going to say, oh, Saints fan, but like Max Hall, like he's kicked 27 goals from midfield. Like,
Max Hall, I thought I would have in the 46. Like, the other thing is that what they do is that they automatically pick some players too. The other thing is that
Josh
I
Dacos
don't reckon,
like one of his
is it
worst
fair
years.
to say not many key forwards had a great year? So maybe you don't need to put a swag of them in the 46.
Yeah.
Just put the ones you think are
unfortunately,
the top few. There is a lot because there's players that.
Like, I don't know if Ben King should be in there. Like,
I haven't had a look at small forwards, but you only need to put one in. Yeah. Like, realistically.
Ben King shouldn't be in. Like, his last 6 weeks he checked out.
Yeah, he did.
And maybe he kicked.
I reckon that's a good call.
Maybe he kicked a lot of goals earlier in the year, but he's certainly nowhere near what he was last year. And I think that's probably because Gold Coast form turned bad, and he probably was like.
That is a good example of someone that could come out to make way for someone else. And I agree. Look, Sheasel should be in the 46, but he's not going to make the 23. So you just got to be. I'm saving my outrage.
I really like Bodie Hewland as a player, but that was staggering.
Yeah, no, I found that.
That was staggering.
Gold Coast year probably shouldn't have had a single person.
Were you surprised to see 4 Port Adelaide players given their 6-win season?
I think Georgiades didn't make a lot of sense to me. Like,
that's another key forward that didn't need to be there.
Really rate Georgiades. I want to say that. And last
year, deserves to be there. He's been incredible. He'll probably make the team.
Yeah. It's probably just Aliir and Butters. And you could maybe say, look, if Horn Francis for me is on the
How many games has Butters missed? So he'd just be in, wouldn't he?
Same as Wanganeen. Like, Wanganeen missed a lot of footy. I think he missed 7 games, 6 games. So that he was probably a bit, but he'll get in the team. So
yeah, there you go. So interesting. Anyway, interesting.
Well, you wanted to we'll keep going.
We're going to come back because I've got thoughts on all
here. I'm going to read one out, and I don't know what this means. It's from Kego's handyman. He said, I think it's a question. Miss a phone call. Call back 20 seconds, no answer or return. What is possibly going on?
Yes, this is a thing. This is the thing.
I'm glad you got it.
If somebody calls you and you call them back like within it's the same time.
Yep.
This is our man up in the north.
Yeah, no, I know who he is. Great
Gets
man.
on the tools.
Yeah.
Gets on he gets on the barbecue tools, mate. This guy, he knows his way around snag and bread at Bunnings. Don't worry about that.
So you've remembered his name?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's food related. So I'm all in on this. If you're ringing someone and they miss the call and they ring you back and it's still like, let's say you have a missed call at 2:53 and you're ringing back and the clock's still 2:53. How are they not picking up the phone?
Yes, agreed.
How are they not picking up the phone, Simon? I'm big on this.
Trent's got a no caller ID.
Yeah,
here.
that's-
Do you want to answer it?
That's bad timing.
Yeah,
That's bad timing. There you go.
Okay, cool, I'm glad. And just one more. What's your top 5 pub stays? Off the back of last week. Top 5, as in places, pub places.
Oh, I
pub
can't do
stays.
that. No, I can't do that.
Okay, maybe let's
Oh my God, like that is massive. That is a huge thing.
You know you're number one.
Yeah, but like that is a huge thing. Like you can't do
So
that.
I just got you to, okay, with zero prep earlier in the show, you just reeled off your breakfast menu at a cafe that you don't
I
own.
could reel it off, but I don't think you understand like all the things that need to go into that. Like,
Honestly,
the
next
time,
week?
the time. Oh, but it's all right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an honest list of my top 5 pub steaks.
Yep.
Before the steak challenge.
Yep.
And then I will do it after the challenge.
Oh, great.
And we'll see if there's a change.
Great areas.
I'll do it next week, but it needs time. I've got to talk through it all.
good.
Jesus, you can't throw that at someone. I know what they are. Don't worry about that. 'Cause I have the rankings at home, but like it's on the fridge. Got mine and Jack's. They're a bit different, but that's all right.
Before I want to get into my brainy history challenge that just links to your steak challenge, you said there was something you wanted to bring up about the All Australian.
All Australian. I think that I'm less worried about the players. It's more about, I reckon there's a couple of ways to fix the selection committee and how they do it. And I think it's really, really simple. This is how they should do it. First things first, nobody from the AFL should be involved that works for the AFL. No one, because this should be purely based on what players have done that season and how they've performed. There should be no other agenda. And if you remove everybody from the AFL, then that goes out the window. Do we agree with that?
Tick.
Great. So it should be completely independent. First thing is that we need people there that are watching a lot of footy and talking a lot of footy, and we know that. So I'm saying this is if everybody was available and no one had contracts with bookmakers and things that allow them and that. So this is next year, let's say every person is available. This is my committee, and less is more. David King.
Yep, I agree. I'm liking. Yep.
Kane Corns.
I disagree.
Yeah, well, you got to deal. You need a state rep.
No. Can I just say this though? The issue with Kane is that he has an opinion about someone, and then he actively roots for that opinion. And he would actually, if he says that a player isn't as good as another player, he genuinely wouldn't pick them, even if he's wrong.
Do you think I've got to immediately take him off the board?
He should not be. Like, the All-Australian team has been a basket case for years, and he was part of that.
Yeah, but I don't think you can fully blame him. There was also some of those things.
He roots for his own opinion, though.
I know he does, but the logic behind, because he watches so much footy.
But that doesn't make
he's a lot harsher on some people that are just the flavour of the month, which I don't mind.
I think Kane would get a lot right, because I think that point is fair. But I think that he would there'd be some
Hear the rest of the names, and you tell me if these people would straighten Kane out. I also want Joey Montagna on it.
Great call.
I think Joey Montagna is fantastic. Then I'm like, I want a play-by-play caller. The best play-by-play caller in the country is Anthony Hudson, so I want Hutto on the committee.
Yep.
Or I would be happy if he was well enough to have an ex-caller like Bruce, who would still watch a lot of footy and has a very neutral opinion and that calming voice. So somebody like that I want included. Then what I want the chief on there, Dunstall.
Chief.
Now, I'll tell you what, if there's one bloke
Chief's good.
that will fucking keep that room in line, it's Jason Dunstall, and he actually is... He is able to put Hawthorn by his side. You couldn't have like a Doom or something like that.
Agreed.
Speaking of which as well, I want another ex-Hawk on there in Hodgie, because I just think that, do you know what he does? Hear me out. If you actually listen to a lot of Hodgie stuff, he's almost more pro-Brisbane than Hawthorn.
Yeah.
You need that northern voice. He is your northern voice, but he's played country footy. He understands big country footy, and he's covering a lot of those games. I don't think we need a dedicated New South Wales person.
No, I think that's fair.
Okay. Unfortunately, Pav is now in a bigger role. He is the absolute perfect SA person.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a wide one for you from the SA to get a bit of youth and a little bit of logic in the room, and it's Will Schofield. I think Schofield could come into that room for the WA representative and go, I'm looking at things a little bit differently. They're always, your state-based ones are always going to be a little bit more pro that state.
Yep.
I think if you got a Kane, if you put a Rashudo or something, you're going to have the same issue. So that it. Then other people I would want included, I want Sean Burgoyne included. I like the way Sean talks. He's played across multiple states. He's played 400 games. Yeah. Well, mate,
the team might be made up of Hawks. and Cam McKenzie's in the 46.
and then
after 2 games.
And then I would also
you can bet on this next year.
I'd also have another Triple M
Did you
voice.
just get a Guzman Gomez notification?
Yeah, I did.
I just saw that. What have they got for you?
I'm getting on. There's something for everyone at G Catering. Orders are available on orders over $300.
G Catering's a good idea.
Yeah, well, how's that, dude? I'm getting pitched now $300 orders. I thought you liked the Sean Burgoyne one.
No.
And then I'm nearly done.
Oh, sorry.
And then another Triple M voice who I think is a really good judge is Kate McCarthy. So that would be my panel.
Yep.
And I would say you could veto. Look, if you wanted to take away the one of the Hawks, you could. Like you could take away Sean Burgoyne. I just think that you also want an Indigenous voice on there as well. And I think that
I don't think you because I think.
Do you know the other one you could do?
I don't think Chief would be biased.
No, Chief 100% wouldn't. And I'm telling you now, Luke Hodge would probably be more biased to Queensland, to Brisbane. So, but the other one you could have, if you want an Indigenous voice, another Indigenous voice that I think is brilliant within our game, and I've heard speak and I love, is Michael O'Loughlin. So I'd be happy to have a Michael O'Loughlin.
I thought you were going to say Chad Wingard, another Hawk.
No, I'm trying to stare about
No, that's fair.
Someone like that involved.
Yep.
I would have someone like that involved. I think it's important to have like a diversity of thought. So what I mean by that is you need different states. You definitely need people coming from different areas, whether they're former administrators, players, or commentators. And I think that's all important. So that sort of lineup for me would everyone there I've gone is you're pretty good at what you do and you're pretty logical when you talk. Outside of Kane, how many people I've just said do you think people go, oh, that opinion's bullshit? How many people there are called click merchants? None of them.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. Just get people that know the fucking game, no one from the AFL, and let's get this list right.
So I think you remove Kane. I think the list is pretty good. I think you remove...
Take away Kane?
I'll tell you who I reckon you missed.
Who
I think is and I'm not just saying this because we're in the studio, but I reckon Sam Doherty would...
Bring Doc in.
I think you need, and this is, I think that like you have to, it's a bit of a chameleon, but I think you need... a recently retired player who gets because there's a few people there that you don't want the game to have gone too far away from them, and I think that's why it's good that you didn't have Marcus Shudo and those types because they can sort of get to a bit of a back in my day type. I think you want a modern, really, really modern. Not saying those guys aren't modern, but I think a guy like Doc who's been so refreshing in the media, whose show's going really well, who gets it, he would be a great and you could maybe have one other player like a. I'm not saying this because of honest.
If you remove Kane, you probably need an SA player, ex-SA player.
Well, Sean Burgoyne's from, I
know, but the only thing is, you're right, I am over-indexing on Hawks.
Yeah.
But if you had, like he would be. But the other thing is that if you go recently retired players that you want, would Tex be good next year?
Tex could be good.
Because he'd be strong as well on the voice. He obviously has played a huge amount of footy. You've got that key forward presence in there. Maybe Tex is the answer. I think, take out... Kane would fucking hate that. Kane, we're taking you out and we're putting Tex in.
That'd be funny.
That'd be fun.
But I think if you got Doc in there...
All right.
You would eliminate a lot of some of the ridiculous names.
It's not bad.
Yep.
So recapping the All-Australian
I reckon it's a bit
selection,
too many. I reckon you could get away with 5.
Oh, shit. That'd be hard. Who would the 5 be then?
I'm having Doc, and Trent, you might agree with that. I think he's good.
I genuinely think Chief would be just
Yeah.
so good in there as that level head.
I think you could probably take out that play-by-play. I think your logic is
so
sound.
would you so David King, Lee Montagna, Sam Doherty, Jason Dunstall, Sean Burgoyne?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And then, Kate McCarthy, I think.
Oh, Kate as well. I actually rate Kate. So maybe that's 6. Would you be happy with that?
I could deal with 6. I think once you get to like 8, 9, 10.
Is that it? So we went
many
around, but
voices.
we got there.
Yeah.
So that's our Australian panel next year. Can't wait to see it.
Can't wait to see it.
There you go.
Can't wait to see it. Lock it in. Last segment. Now, it was originally, I kind of put this as a bit of a decoy in the rundown as like Wally's next challenge, thinking that like Wally would come to the table with an update, but that's not what we're after here.
I did have an update, but that's all right. Anyway.
Well, you can do that afterwards because there's going to be an
No, it was just more of the fact we got some suggestions, but we can cover it next week. I've been contacted and I have some pubs already locked in.
Great.
Is my point, but we don't need to do that now. Tell me what is going on.
So
that with our amazing sponsors and my challenge that they have no idea about.
So, no, they know about the challenge.
But they don't know exactly what it is.
No, we spoke about it on the podcast.
I thought you said no. They don't know about what your ripple is on the challenge.
No, they don't know exactly how I'm going to frame it. But they came to me and said that they want to find
It's
a
worrying,
way.
Trent, when you have these sort of things. Everyone's worried.
You're getting set up. But what I'm about to do is this next little segment is called Brainy or Bullshit.
Yep.
And I'm going to list 3 statements that may be true or may not be true. You have to guess.
It's easy enough.
About the history of the Brainy brothers.
Easy.
But
Let's do with steak.
if you get any of them wrong, it's increasing the amount of steaks you've got to eat. So the tie-in for Brainy said to me, they go, Leggy, we've got a problem. They said, we think 50 steaks in 5 months is pretty easy for Wally. He could do it half aslead.
It's 50 steaks. It's in 50 different venues.
He could do it sleepwalking.
So that's the kick here. It's trying different venues.
He could do it sleepwalking, right? So they've said over the course of 3 weeks, let's see if we can up that number a bit. And I was like, well, I've got just the way to do it.
So basically, if I get them wrong, so I could be adding an extra dozen steaks or something.
No, it can only be 9 because we're going to do 3 each week for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So the most amount of steaks you could do is 59. I'm hoping that you get some of these right and maybe we're at a 55 type number for your own sort of health. But I'm going to do 3 statements. You have to say whether it's brainy or it's bullshit. And if you get all 3 right, then you're still at 50 steaks.
Let's go.
Pretty simple. All right. Statement 1. 18 different Brainy family members worked in breweries around Australia between the 1860s and 1950.
Fuck, 18's a lot. And that's the easiest one to do because it could be like 17 or 16, Trent. So he could have like gone, it could be 19. It could be, I'm going to say, I know that they had a lot. I don't remember the exact number because I'm not good with remembering names. That's going to... Fuck. I reckon that's made up and it will be like 16 or 17 or something.
That's 51 steaks, Trent.
Oh, shit.
51 steaks. That is a fact. But I think your logic, the way you got to it was
Because
sound.
let's be honest, this is all designed to try and get me to eat more steaks. So I now need to find another pub to go eat a steak at.
Yep.
Do you know who's going to love this?
No, you don't have
the
to.
51st and 52nd pub.
You could do a bit of a double somewhere. You don't.
No,
have to.
I'm doing them.
Statement 2.
Yeah.
The Brainy family travelled around Australia with handwritten brewing recipe books which disappeared for more than 100 years before they were rediscovered.
I know this one. That's true.
That is true. Bang,
Yes.
bang, bang. Great story.
They told us that in the first day we met him as I was sipping on a pint of the fucking amazing lager.
There you go. And the last one. So we're still at 51. Let's hope that it stays at 51 for your sake.
You
Wally,
don't want to stay at 51. You're trying to get me more steaks.
Hey, it's only a cap of 59. It's not like this is adding 100 more. A Brainy was once the head brewer of Tooheys, but they were sacked after drinking too much piss of the product during work hours.
So I know that they worked amongst other sort of breweries and started breweries. Nah, there's no way. And if they were, there's no way you're finding that in the history. That has to be false.
So
And there's no way you'd bring it up.
So they did have someone at Tui's, but they weren't sacked.
Okay.
For drinking too much product on.
All right, so I got it right.
They might have drunk too much product. They just weren't caught.
Well, they all did.
You got it right.
Yeah,
So you're at
great.
51.
51 stakes. All right, I don't
Jeez,
mind this. I don't mind
smashed
this
my
because we
phone.
went a little bit more. So
2 more weeks to go. 51.
I'm at 51 stakes. All right, I don't mind that it's going to be a niche number too. I love how everyone's doing like run by, win by, like Goz goes and runs K's where Carlton win. People are, doing this, we lose by this and running like hell. I get them wrong, we just add more stakes.
I did see Jev having to do the 44, but he did it in like 6 different runs.
He's been quiet.
Yeah,
Chevy the last
yeah,
week.
it's been quiet, isn't he? Is he even on their pod anymore? Is he taking a break? Or?
I don't know. He's been just very quiet.
44 Ks in 6 days is like
He's very loud a
nothing.
week ago when he's telling me about the stake of over
should have done 44 in one sitting.
Yeah.
That's all I had. for
No,
this
very
week.
good.
Great stuff, Wally. Great stuff, Trent. Trent, good luck Saturday. If we don't see any content of you at the game, then I'll just assume you weren't there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. I'll say it, but I don't mean it because we have nothing to play for until March. But go Saints.
Go Hawks.